So I think those contracts ended up paying for at least the 2 tanks of fertilizer I bought. And we still have 1 tank left at the barn, the yard. So 25 should be this field here, maybe. Yep. Oh, another field of potatoes. Such awesomeness. Lift that all the way up because the edge of the field's a little high on the right. Okay. These are relatively large potato fields too. I probably shouldn't spray fertilizer in the river. People tend to get a little bit upset about that. Today the temperature is going to be on the high side. Potentially rain tomorrow. That's primarily what I'm waiting for. I'm going to plant the wheat anyway. And we'll fertilise it immediately afterwards. There we go again. Mission complete. Okay, so that's the money situation. Today we have spent 35,000 on a sprayer, 6,400 on fertilizer, and we got paid 7,500, so we have covered the cost of all the fertilizer we bought. And we still have a quarter of a tank left in the sprayer and a full tank back at the yard. So I think that was worth it. So back to the yard, let's put the seeder on this thing. Try not to miss our turning this time. Oh, good grief. That's the cultivator and the seeder. Now we have a sprayer. Down to 250,000 money. Oh, we are going to have to be careful. Oh, that wasn't such a good plan. Clamps, and we will put wheat in this field. Now I do not expect 100% germination on this. This is more a case of let's see how bad it actually ends up. Looking at some of the other fields out there, it doesn't look too worrisome. We'll then put wheat on one of the other fields after it rains and see the difference. This will have the added benefit of spreading out the harvest a bit. Now, because we're going to be leasing a harvester, I don't want it too spread out. So I don't want to have to pay the initial lease cost more than this, if I can avoid it. don't know how long it takes after planting to figure out how successful the germination was. I wasn't paying attention, but it seemed to be fairly quick, within a matter of hours. Placement seems to be fairly accurate. Fortunately, the cedar is kind of the wrong width for this field. We're going to end up back at the north end of the field. So we've done this bit. I'll have to travel back to the south end of the field to do the triangle. Don't think this is... we may be lucky. It may fit. Oh, it does. If I'm very, very, very careful. Extremely close to being just a little bit too wide for this leader. Just there. Most part, that worked. Awesome stuff. Close enough. Oh. We didn't lift. I'll bring the cultivator up and roll that in. Doesn't count. Side panel appears to get a little bit temperamental on some of the buttons there. Yay, Magnum! Welcome raiding party! Yay! East Drillstar and Jeremy, VH Trucking, and that's it. Welcome to the stream. Excuse me while I try not to screw up seeding this field with wheat. Turn radius to make that just. Courtesy you indeed. Okay. I am assuming the girls are fine. They are currently on a long-term visit with their prospective new adoptive parents. We decided to pull out of that particular transaction. Basically because the 6-year-old has become unmanageable. She has this vendetta against her younger sister. We've told the caseworkers we don't think the kids should stay together. It's that bad. And obviously the caseworkers are like, no, they've got to stay together because they've been together for their whole lives and it's all the family they know. But the 6-year-old has it into her head that basically if you punish her, that means you're mean and she doesn't have to listen to you. So at that point, once she started misbehaving, it just became, I'm not going to obey any of the house rules, I'm not going to do anything you tell me to do. We had to put locks on all of the pantries in the kitchen, and a lock on the fridge, and a lock on the office. I can't put a lock on any of the drawers, but apparently she was into the sharp knives 2 nights back. And she's constantly in the spice rack, pulling out spices, emptying them on the floor, and we kind of had it. She's also taken to urinating under her sister's bed to try and get her sister into trouble. So we're kind of done with that. And I think if we'd known about it beforehand, we may have taken a different approach and it wouldn't have got to the situation it's got to. But at this stage, she refuses to do anything we tell her to do. Because we're mean. And her sister's evil because her sister once upon a time did something that got her into trouble. And since then she made it her life's mission to just try and destroy her sister's life. You can discipline them up to a point, but it doesn't work. She can spend the entire day standing in the corner, which is about the limit of what we're allowed to do, and the next morning she'll do exactly the same thing. She lies to your face. You can actually see her do something, have the proof that she did something, and she'll say, no, it was my sister. And frankly, we've had enough of it. We told the caseworkers will not give us any help. They're all like, oh, this is the first we've heard of it. Is it the first you've heard of it, or is it the first you've actually paid attention to someone who's told you it's going on? So, anyway, there's this other really nice family who've decided they'd like to have a go with them. So, good luck to them. But consequently, we have until Sunday night without them. Which is going to make for a quiet end of the week. And yes, you'll probably regret it. However, I think the saddest thing is her sister is potentially going to be damaged by her treatment of her. And sadly, nobody's going to do anything about that because, we've got to keep the kids together. Now, in part, this has made us reconsider our relationship with the agency that we're working with. And we're now making inquiries about terminating our agreement with them and moving to a different agency. Now, the agency we're looking at is smaller, gets less work, but we've worked with the woman before and she's much more open about the case that we'd be taking, any cases we'd be taking on. Okay, let's fix the mistake. Accidentally planted wheat in the wrong field. However, we made the decision getting on for 2 weeks ago that we would not have our former foster kids who visit every 3 weeks come while the 2 girls were in the house. And so that's been going on, as I said, for about 2 weeks. But since the kids are out of the house this weekend, we will be having our former foster kids come over on Friday night through Saturday night. I'm going to need to wait on the front. So that will be a thing. From... is it Thursday? No, it's Wednesday today. So from Friday night. So we got 2 nights to ourselves. But Friday night we'll have 3 kids in the house. Yay! Although they're much nicer kids because they were younger when they came to us, and their issue was more a matter of neglect rather than abuse. The 1-year-old, well, no, he's now 2, well over 2. We're still the parents he's known for the longest. So he's very happy to come and visit, and he's very well behaved, at least for now. Okay. Press the wrong button. Why don't I? Come on. Okay, forwards. Turn on. Come on, stop with the key bounce. There we go. I'll hasn't Arthur always had 6 kids to handle? And now that the 2 oldest have moved out, he's got room for the new 2. So he's really just traded the 2 older ones for 2 younger ones. So this is an early field of wheat, which may or may not work out. Lift the boom off the floor, that will work better. And go. And hopefully get the rest of the field. So yes, sadly a good old-fashioned spanking is not allowed, especially when the kids don't belong to you. Because yes, my wife and I are firm believers that the 6-year-old could really benefit from some proper discipline, but yeah, that's not allowed, so not happening. That also is part of the problem with the 6-year-old. She's got it to the point where I don't care anymore. So pretty much nothing is done out of love where she's concerned. And we did have a lot of good plans for them, but oh boy. Yeah, you sit down, you explain to her nicely. The thing is she says the right words. She's like, you know, oh, I love you. And she uses baby words for mama and dada. And she's 6. And I think that's gotten her a pass in the past. I honestly don't know. I do know that if you're taking on foster kids or planning to adopt, then they're in your care for 6 months before the adoption goes through. They do suggest that if you use corporal punishment on your own kids, do not do that when foster kids are in the house, because you are not allowed to spank foster kids. And so if you spank your own, that creates sort of an uneven hierarchy in the kids and can cause you all sorts of problems. Okay, I'm going to take the forks back to the store and get bigger ones. Also, I'm going to take that with me. And it's not even she wants love, she wants attention. I think is the best way to describe it. And she does stuff to get attention. I mean, this morning her sister told us that she'd peed under her sister's bed. And she's getting dressed and she just looks at me and says, "Oh, I forgot to apologise last time I did that." And I nearly lost it. Because, no. If you're sorry for doing it. And the fact that you didn't apologise last time and you're just now thinking of apologising for the last time you did it after you've just done it again, that's not sorry. That's, I'm upset that I got caught again. And that I'm in trouble again. And that's not something you're sorry for, that's something you're regretful of. So don't tell me you're sorry if you're just going to do it again and again and again. But she knows, she understands that if she does something wrong, she's expected to say she's sorry for it. But she doesn't understand what that means. And there's absolutely no point in explaining it to her, because at this point, she just shuts you out. She gazes off into space and just completely tunes out. And that doesn't work. That's not how life happens. And so what am I doing here? I'm dropping that off. The difference, that's the thing. I mean, the difference with your own kids is you're bringing them up. And it's the difference between these two and the three that come and visit us every few weeks. The three that come and visit us every few weeks. The girl came to us when she was 2, the first time round. Her elder brother was 4 at the time and scared of his own shadow, and still is. And the second time they came, they'd managed to acquire a younger brother. And they are really nice kids, very well behaved. But I think it's because when they came to our house, they were kind of overwhelmed. The 2-year-old, it was a case of, we were the first adults who actually paid attention to her, and we fed her and made sure she was clothed and made sure she was happy.